should I put in? 3, 4, 5 gallons like a diesel? 12 gallons like an over the road? Did you put the oil pan on, did you say?
No.
Oh well. We'll just put a plastic bag underneath.
Okay.
Oops. Oopsie. Spilled oil on a nice billet idler. Rotella synthetic 5W40. We should have bought some regulars and non-synthetic. Oh well, I'm just going to dump this anyways. How much is in here? It's 1 gallon. As long as it's not a 5-quart. Oops, overfilled. Good. Now we're going to build up some oil pressure. You oiled the rocker balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
With that little thingamajigger there?
Yeah. Crank her up! This thing turns this way. You can tell which way the distributor turns by looking at the vacuum advance. The vacuum advance pulls opposite direction. So hold that distributor for a second, I'll show you which way it turns. It turns this way. So the vacuum advance pulls the other way to advance. So you know it turns this way. It's like an arrow. So we're turning in the right direction. Nice if we had a oil pressure gauge on top of the here, slow down. Building pressure. Should come squirting out of the oil sender switch, but we got a switch in place. Luckily, yeah. Otherwise, I got to remove the fuel pump. Remember, it's missing the spring on top of the plunger. Never ends. That's how you prime an engine. Take distributor, crank her up. High speed. Open the secondaries. Whoops, there goes the whole distributor. Our story yesterday, there's a guy there with a big diesel 4-wheel drive. I said, that guy has a connection to your motor. He says, how? He said, he's the one that helped put it in the truck. Whee! Crank that baby up.
Crank that baby up. That's his famous words, eh?
Hang on.
We've been trying to crank this baby up. Is this firm enough? Solid enough. Cool.
Well, we took a bunch of bolts out of it.
On the handle, right?
Those are the handles. Oh, I see a head down here.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to get that there.
Yeah, we're not going far.
Yeah.
Park it for now.
That's great. Rotate.
Well, get him on his side. Get on his side.
I got you.
That's my Suburban.
Yeah, watch my Suburban.
Yeah, I'm going to sell this thing.
You want to come over, Jim Oak inside?
The video's going for no bad words.
No good word.
One little straight.
Now you're
You painted yourself into a corner, huh?
Yeah. Now you're coming
Nice
right.
guy,
Hey,
huh?
stay with the engine.
Ah, crap, I didn't have it recording. You'll have to try it again.
We'll have to pull it back out.
Go easy, it's sharp.
Yeah, no, watch out, whatever you do.
All right. Okay, now we can crank her up. We're done. Rear engine Suburban. I was just telling my buddy here, we don't YouTube the parts where we're trying to get the jack over the concrete. Too much of an elevation change, so we've got a piece of plywood. Now we can crank her up. Crank her up! Let's see what we got here. Let's see my camera. Little $50 camera from eBay. Or this one, which is easy. All in front. Painting yourself in a corner, my buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Go on the side. What are you gonna thump her?
She roll. Give me some feedback. Too much weight trying to bring.
Yeah, it's too much. Nibble along. Nibble along. Nibble. We're off the plywood, so
Are we?
from the front, which is a good thing.
Okay.
car mechanics, huh?
Is it gonna flush? Yeah, it looks like it's gonna flush.
Gotta move the whole thing.
Thank God this is not a Tucker.
I saw a big Tucker display at the car museum in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They had a big Tucker display with experimental cars and one with a fan went the wrong direction and all kinds of stuff. Put them in the groove in the floor. Isn't that lovely? Of course. Still gotta go more. It's gonna drop off. We can drag it this way. Right in the groove. Perfect. Thank goodness for the big pry bar that I bought. Ta-da! Never used one that big. Wow, I'll never know. Come on, let go of my angle. Push. Towards me. Yeah, the groove is just where we need it. Just when we're getting over the hump, I got a bloody groove. Second up there. Yeah. In the groove. Figures, huh? Has to be right in the groove. Okay, almost there. Craziness, huh? Two amateurs dealing with a rough floor with a big crack in it.
Still in the groove.
No.
Get into the groove.
No, get out of the groove. Get out of the groove. Yeah, hey, watch it. The camera's going. Keep your language clean. It's a family channel. CORVAIRWILD for kiddies. Okay, that's not good. CORVAIRWILD for kiddies. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Woo! Can you believe it?
Yep.
4 hours?
Got it. We got our
Look where we're
lines.
gonna hit again.
We got this clutch.
Look where we're gonna hit again.
Ah,
I'm not sure what you said.
We didn't put the pressure plate on,
we didn't put nothing in.
so back it goes.
Just slightly, I guess, right?
Actually, we can rotate the motor without going into that groove, right?
Yeah, that's what we made it for.
Look at that! Whee! Like a lazy Susan for Covairs. Out of the way, you're blocking the view of
The beautiful work.
Yeah. But
But
ridiculousness. Yeah, almost forgot the clutch. Why doesn't it go when you put it in gear? The pedal seems real easy and the link is just flopping back and forth. We'll get her done. Alright. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Witch, old witch. The wicked witch. Ding dong, the witch is... Oh, perfect spot. Right there. We got 4 minutes, 20 seconds of memory left. Did we forget anything? Hope not.
yeah, my brain.
What do I want to do? There's a wheel in here.
Tu mets de l'huile sur le shaft.
Un peu d'huile, un goût d'huile.
Un good d'huile sur le shaft. Ça va faire glisser la clutch. Ça va faire glisser la
Okay.
clutch.
Crank her up.
All right.
I believe we're finally doing this. We didn't forget anything.
Yeah, it's one of those deals. Okay.
Nice
We're gonna
uneven
close.
floor with a huge crack.
Okay.
Crack her up. I'm gonna hit the alternator any second.
Any second.
Just about to hit that crack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well. Oh, sure, they won't get all ball.
The
I have my
crowbar.
big bar. There she is. There, the big bar. And the big bar ain't the tavern.
Okay.
Now the alternator cleared. Whoop! Clonk!
What one snap? Okay, it's over here. You missed it by an inch, by a little bit. Back. Tabarnak. How as close as this one? No?
Whoop.
Oh. Did we smash something?
No.
No? Hold on, hold on, hold on. We're not in the clear with this bolt here. Hold on.
Too long, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, those bolts are too long.
What do? Should I chop them up some more?
Yeah, because that pilot got another inch before we hit the pilot, before we hit the pressure point.
I'll take them out.
No, put them in.
Put them in. Put them in and pull them out. Be a bitch to take out later, that's for sure. Here, I got one here. One on top. One on top looks like to be continued. Yep. Okay. All right, hold on. All right. Okay, wait. But make sure everything's in.
Let's check.
You go with the magical eye. I spy with my little eye. You flushing everywhere?
Yeah, she's in. Right like that. What a great system. Huh. Can't believe how simple that is. Learn something every day.
Thanks, Matt.
And now we're dealing with the transmission shafts. I got to level it because it ain't going in if it's not level.
More work.
Never easy to do. It's got to be perfectly level so that shaft, the transmission output shaft, input shaft, can go input shaft, input output. And here's the problem. Well, we got to put that shaft into the pilot position.
Okay.
It's got to be perfectly level. The one that I just removed.
Well, I could
lower it. I'm too high up.
Lower the other jack.
I'm too high up.
Look.
Leave it. I'm too high up.
Could lower the other jack.
Alright, zinged off a couple of those studs that were in the way. They are gone. They were hitting the shroud, and that motor wasn't going to go in that way, so they are history. Now, try this again. At least we'll hit the pilot bushing, the shaft. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Ooh, the camera's going fine. Is that hitting something?
No, it doesn't look like.
Yeah.
Are those things way up there again? Okay, there's still space here, but eventually.
Let's check our alignment.
Here I have about, I think they're about 1.5 inches, 2 inches still, which should clear that, but then to take it out might be a bitch, right?
Yeah. Now we're hitting the pilot shaft, pilot bushing. Shaft.
So the deal is what here? We gotta align it, and then we can take out these other things, right?
Right. The whole reason we're doing that with those studs is to align it. You can't hold it up. That's holding it up.
And we don't want to break this now.
I wonder if we should have lined up the shaft with the clutch. Oops, close. Close. We got her in. Just kept nibbling away at it, cutting the bolts down, those guide studs, dumping them on the ground, parts flying. We're tightening the starter, which didn't have time to rebuild. Yeah, I know, there he is. The man in the hole under the Corvair. It's
4-hour engine swap.
9:30 at night, and we're still working on it.
4
We got a whole bunch of stuff. Exhaust system put on, all kinds of stuff. Crank that baby down. Yeah, she's in. She is in. All the accessories have to be hooked up. The air conditioning, the air injection reactor pump, the brake has to be rebuilt.
No.
Oh yeah.